Breaking news from the Allen Premium Outlets, where police are responding to a shooting involving multiple people. There is a massive police response there right now, and it is still very active. In the last moments, we have seen people being evacuated from those stores with hands above their heads. The Collin County Sheriff's Office says that there are some victims, but we don't know how many or how seriously injured those victims are. We have seen Department of Public Safety deputies on scene, Allen and McKinney police officers, multiple ambulances and fire crews from cities all around Collin County and the Metroplex. We know that a lot of the activity has been focused around an H&M store where witnesses say some of this happened. We know some workers in the shops are still on lockdown, hiding in back offices. We do have Sky 4 on the scene and want to give you a live look at the scene. This is this evacuation we have seen playing out over the last several minutes or so, where you see an orderly line of people being escorted by officers. Many times we've seen people's hands above their heads, trying to make clear to officers that they are not a threat. We've not heard any word on a suspect at this point in time, but as you can see, it looks like police have just kind of continued this process of slowly clearing people from stores here. Again, the H&M area is where we have heard or seen a lot of the intention in this investigation, but this entire area, as you might imagine, is basically locked down from law enforcement closing down streets, first responders still arriving from different municipalities across the North Texas areas. And as you can imagine, on a very nice day, a lot of people are at these outlets, and it is going to be a lengthy process to clear this area, to investigate the scene, and to do these evacuations as we've seen playing out right now. We've had multiple crews that have been on the scene and arrived within the last hour or so. And they have been talking with people there, gathering information. Our Peyton Yeager is going to join us by the phone right now. Peyton, what can you tell us, and what have you learned so far?
Hey, Blake, I am right outside of Allen Premium Outlets. I'm off to tell people of ours who just arrived on scene. We're at what looks to be like a reunification area where people are walking out with their hands up. They tell us that authorities are going store by store, clearing the stores, and people were huddled in the back, taking shelter and locking themselves inside the back of these stores. So now it appears police are going store by store, trying to clear the store and let these shoppers leave. Right now they're coming out with their hands up, and we have hundreds of people across the street from, I'm across from Forever 21 near a storage place where people are hugging and reuniting. I've seen children run up to their parents. Some people are coming to pick up their loved ones. They tell us, I've heard from multiple people that they heard multiple rounds of gunfire outside the H&M, so in the outside area. And then people started running into nearby stores and taking cover. But I have McKinney police on the scene, DPS is here, Allen police. We have multiple people are still filing out of the Allen Premium Outlet. Like,
Peyton, what can you tell from kind of the body posture of law enforcement on the scene? Does it appear that they are still actively running around, or does it seem more settled, a little less chaotic than some of the first images we saw from the scene about an hour ago?
Yeah, it seems like everyone is, I'm sorry, there's an Allen EMS going by. It does seem like law enforcement is moving at a more of a controlled stance, trying to just set up a perimeter. No one is really running or moving into a frantic motion, but right now they're really just working on corralling the shoppers into a safe area.
Yeah, and Peyton, the last I heard, we didn't have an official reunification site just yet, but obviously there may be people watching, trying to figure out how they can pick up their family members. You said you've seen some people reuniting. Is there a good area that you see people kind of meeting and able to access and maybe pick up and reunite with their loved ones?
Yeah, there's I'm on Chelsea Boulevard. There's a storage place right here. There is a parking lot where we've seen people quickly pick up their loved ones. But for right now, watching what goes on, a lot of people tell me they have vehicles that they will not be able to access for quite a while. So I think they're either waiting for the access to the vehicles or for someone to come pick them up off Chelsea Boulevard. But for right now, I mean, we have people standing on the sidewalk, people standing in the median, really unsure what's happening and where to go.
Okay, Peyton, we'll let you go so you can continue to gather information out there at the scene, and we're continuing to look at these live pictures at this point in time of people filing out of the Allen Premium Outlets, orderly. It seems at this point in time, law enforcement gathering that kind of going store to store and checking on people and clearing the scene. Obviously, law enforcement trains for these types of situations involving places like malls, for example. You got to imagine this is something that departments like Allen will have drilled for, know how to do this, so it is not any more chaotic than it needs to be. But again, a reminder for those just joining that we do know that there was a shooting at the Allen Premium Outlets, that there were victims, but we do not know at this point in time how many. We do not have any information on a suspect at this point in time, but we are talking with those agencies.
Prize Picks is giving away a shot to win up to $1 million.